Hey guys, today's chapter 23, day 23 of the Proverbs Challenge. 31 chapters in, 31 days. As you can see, I got special guests with me. I got family with me. So right here on my right, maybe it's your left, I don't know. It's my mom.
Hi.
And on my left, or maybe your right, I don't know how it is, got our cousin Debbie. So they're going to join me today. I'm going to read chapter 23 and then see if they have any thoughts, and then I'll share my thoughts. So let's get to it, shall we? So the title again is On Life and Conduct. When you sit down to dine with a ruler, consider carefully what is before you, and put a knife to your throat. If you are a man of great appetite, do not desire his delicacies, for it is deceptive food. Do not weary yourself to gain wealth. Cease from your consideration of it. When you set your eyes on it, it is gone. For wealth certainly makes itself wings like an eagle that flies toward the heavens. Do not eat the bread of a selfish man, or desire his delicacies, for as he thinks within himself, so he is. He says to you, eat and drink, but his heart is not with you. You will vomit up the morsel you have eaten, and waste your compliments. Do not speak in the hearing of a fool, for he will despise the wisdom of your words. Do not move the ancient boundary, or go into the fields of the fatherless, for their Redeemer is strong. He will plead their case against you. Apply your heart to discipline and your ears to words of knowledge. Do not hold back discipline from the child. Although you strike him with a rod, he will not die. You shall strike him with a rod and rescue his soul from Sheol. My son, if your heart is wise, my own heart also will be glad. My inmost being will rejoice. When your lips speak what is right. Do not let your heart envy sinners, but live in the fear of the Lord always. Surely there is a future, and your hope will not be cut off. Listen, my son, and be wise, and direct your heart in the way. Do not be with heavy drinkers of wine, or with glutinous eaters of meat. For the heavy drinker and the glutton will come to poverty, and drowsiness will clothe one with rags. Listen to your father who begot you, and do not despise your mother when she is old. Buy truth, and do not sell it. Get wisdom and instruction and understanding. The father of the righteous will greatly rejoice, and he who sires a wise son will be glad in him. Let your father and your mother be glad, and let her rejoice who gave birth to you. Give me your heart, my son, and let your eyes delight in my ways. For a harlot is a deep pit, and an adulterous woman is a narrow well. Surely she lurks as a robber and increases the faithless among men. Who has woe? Who has sorrow? Who has contentions? Who has complaining? Who has wounds without cause? Who has redness of eyes? Those who linger long over wine, those who go to taste mixed wine. Do not look on the wine when it is red, when it sparkles in the cup, when it goes down smoothly. At the last it bites like a serpent and stings like a viper. Your eyes will see strange things, and your mind will utter perverse things. And you will be like one who lies down in the middle of the sea, or like one who lies down on the top of a mast. They struck me, but I did not become ill. They beat me, but I did not know it. When shall I awake? I will seek another drink. So that's chapter 23. So anything come out to you guys that you thought of that really stuck out to you?
Okay, the very first one. Say that a little bit.
The very first one. When you sit down to dine with a ruler, consider carefully what is before you, and put a knife to your throat if you are a man of great appetite. Do not desire his delicacies, for it is a deceptive food.
So to me, I see that not necessarily as food, but more if you're with someone deceptive. It could be food, but you don't want to do something that's deceptive and desire what he's doing just because you might think it looks great or you want it. You want to shy away from that and just concentrate on what's really the important part, the important things in life.
That kind of reminds me of athletes, sports. People idolize these people who have all these things. But it's deceptive food. So that's what I think. You guys?
I agree.
All right. So she lives vicariously through me. She'll be speaking through.
Yeah.
So a couple things that stick out to me is 4 and 5, which is do not weary yourself to gain wealth. Cease from your consideration of it. When you set your eyes on it, it is gone. For wealth certainly makes itself wings like an eagle that flies toward the heavens. And I just think of that as we shouldn't be striving for the wealth. If God wants to make us wealthy, he will. If he doesn't, we never will be wealthy. But don't wear ourselves out. Don't do what we can to get it, to attain it. Because if you go down to verse 17 and 18, do not let your heart envy sinners, but live in the fear of the Lord always. surely there is a hope, and your hope will not be cut off. So to me, that goes back to with the wealth. Don't weary yourself to gain wealth. Don't let your heart envy sinners. When we see people who have all these things, we don't know how they got it. Don't envy them. What we should always be doing, what it says is, but live in the fear of the Lord always. And like I said in a previous video, that fear is not an unhealthy fear. It's a healthy fear of the Lord, to correct our ways. If we're headed to that cliff, we look over it, we start getting fearful that we're going to fall, we step back. It's a good, healthy fear. So have that fear of the Lord. And also, instead of that wealth, just diligently seek the Lord in everything. Seek first His kingdom and His righteousness above all things and above this world. So that's all I got today. You guys got anything else?
Nope.
Awesome.
That was good.
All right. Well, appreciate it, guys. Tomorrow's chapter 24, and I'll see you there. All right. Love you guys. Peace.
Peace.
We are out.
Bye.